Severe weather strikes. We break in anytime to bring you the critical information you need to keep your family safe. Brought to you exclusively by Serve Protein McGuire, your local fire, storm, and water restoration experts.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. Brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio today is Lincoln Police Chief Joe Meister. Chief, good to see you again, my friend. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, thanks for coming over. And I appreciate you coming over, by the way. I know Lincoln's not an easy jaunt, so I appreciate you making time to stop in studio and talk with us. And I know you and a good friend of the show, Chief Ben Lowers, were a part of a round table, if you will, except for it was just the two of you. What was going on there?
Yeah, so yesterday we held the bridge. It's the Deflection initiative that is covering our area over by Lincoln, the Bridge Law Enforcement Summit. So we brought in partners that are covered in that Tri-County area, Logan, Mason, Menard, and Chief Lowers and I sat on a discussion panel to help spread the news about those initiatives that are growing across the state, how they've worked well for us, and to hopefully gain the support of other law enforcement in that area.
Let's start at the most basic level here, Chief. What is Bridge? What is the Deflection program? What are these programs we're talking about here?
Deflection programs, again, have been growing all across the state and nationally. It's a law enforcement led initiative to get somebody to resources they may need prior to their involvement in the criminal justice system. So you're looking at folks that may have an addiction, folks that are suffering from homelessness or mental health issues, or any of the three combined. Law enforcement has a lot of contacts with folks like that, and we want to leverage those contacts in order to get them connected with deflection specialists. So these are folks that go out, they assist the person in need with what kind of resources they require to improve their situation.
And those folks have kind of lived experience in this world, right?
Most of them do, yes.
Yeah.
So you're looking at folks that are in long-term recovery from addiction and have seen the darker side of things and been able to pull themselves out of that situation. So when they go out, they have more understanding of a person in a struggling situation than what law enforcement may have.
I was going to say, if you would speak to why that resonates with that individual rather than maybe law enforcement making that contact.
Right. So take maybe a person who's in active addiction. Oftentimes they're fearful of law enforcement. History shows that what normally happens when they have contact with law enforcement is negative, at least in their eyes. Right? They end up in jail. They go through the court system, things like that. Whereas there's no threat of that with a deflection specialist. They meet them on their level. The specialists do. And so you take away the stigma between people in addiction and law enforcement.
Sure. So when a deflection specialist makes contact with them, it's really just starting a conversation, not necessarily pushing them to rehab or that recovery journey. It's just making that contact and letting them know that's available to them.
That's available to them, as well as other resources they may need, food resources, housing resources. They can connect them with, the specialist can connect a person with all of those things. During that contact or repeated contacts between the specialist and the person in need, they begin to build a relationship, of course, and then they offer them the ability to go to a treatment program. And not only that, but they'll provide them with transportation to a treatment program. And that's something that communities like Clinton, Lincoln, Havana, Petersburg, we don't have those resources. We don't have mass transit that's readily available. We don't have Uber and Lyft that are readily available.
Right.
So these specialists will actually say, all right, hop in the car, let's go to the treatment, and walk them through the process of getting in the door, getting registered, all that.
So is the point of contact with the deflection specialist, is it only when that person has an encounter with law enforcement as a follow-up, or is that relationship ongoing, like once that contact, like after that contact with law enforcement, that interaction with law enforcement?
Right, it's ongoing.
Okay.
And sometimes for a very long time.
Yeah.
And law enforcement is no longer involved
Mhm,
in the
mhm,
process.
mhm.
Now, if we have another contact with, a repeated contact with the same individual, we can report that to the specialist that's working with him. Hey, we saw John over here at Casey's the other day, and he didn't look too good.
Yeah.
And that can help the specialist with knowledge of what's going on with them, and know, hey, I need to make a phone call to John. I need to go out and see John.
Mhm.
So basically, after that first contact and a referral is placed with the deflection program, those specialists go out sometimes on a daily basis and make contact with the individual.
If that individual says, no thanks, not interested, don't bother me anymore, does the deflection specialist like continue on, or do they like?
They will, but they do offer future contact. So if a person says, I absolutely don't want help, I don't want your services, the specialist walks away, but provides the person with information to get a hold of them if they change their mind. Because one day, maybe that person doesn't feel like they need help, but 2 days later they hit rock bottom. And that's when those specialists can step in. And a lot of times that's when a person gets into an inpatient treatment program. And without the specialists, that wouldn't be possible.
Right. I don't know if you know many specialists. That sounds like an incredibly frustrating, probably, effort to take up.
I do. And it's amazing. The
Resilience.
Resilience, the heart that those people have, their ability to let an apparent failure roll off their shoulder and continue to try, not give up on them.
And I didn't mean that.
People.
Yeah. And I didn't mean that to sound derogatory towards the person battling addiction, but like just everything I've never lived it. So I can't speak to it, but it just sounds like one of those things where it's like, until that person realizes they need help, that effort is just very, like there's just not a lot of results with that, and it could get frustrating. I just feel
absolutely. And I've had conversations with specialists about that with a client that we were working on together, somebody that I referred, got a bed at Gateway. We're ready to go down there. We're ready to get them registered in that day. And then all of a sudden the person changes their mind.
Yeah, right. You probably get a lot of that. Yeah, for sure.
It's incredibly frustrating, and it's something new for me. It's not new for them at all.
And that's probably why you want that lived experience, right?
Absolutely.
They understand it. Yeah, they get it.
Whereas I just get frustrated, and I'm like, I tried to help you, and you won't take it. They can step in and say, hey, I know what that's like, and
it's a different circuit up there, man. It is.
Absolutely.
It is. Yeah.
And it works.
What's that?
It works. This program works. It's been working here in Clinton too. I heard Chief Lowers talk about it yesterday.
Yeah. How do you know it works?
I know it works because I've seen successes. I've seen people that were absolutely in dregs, if you want to call it that, and have turned their lives around in a matter of months. Come out of treatment, got a job, found a house, things like that. Whereas a few months ago, they're living in a dumpster confinement area and using drugs and stealing to support their habit.
Sure. So now remind me, did you get connected to this program because of Chief Lowers, or was there's a mutual contact you guys had? I'm trying to remember how the
mutual contact we have. One of the deflection specialist supervisors, we both know on a personal level, but beginning with a professional relationship. And that wasn't how I got connected with the program, though. I really got connected with it through Don Cavey, the former Logan County Health Department administrator.
Okay.
He introduced me to the program, and that was shortly after our Safe Passages initiative ended. Basically, that started. It was a great idea, but we didn't have the available resources, the staffing, the manpower, or the money to make it work how it was designed. So when that program ended, Don Cavey introduced me to this, and I said, well, wait a minute, they're taking all the responsibility off of us and putting them on the deflection specialist team.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds more feasible.
Mm-hmm. Is there a cost to the city of Lincoln to be a part of it?
None. Zero.
Really?
Yep. It's state funded.
Okay.
Yep. Through CHJ and TAS, they receive.
CHJ is
Center for Health and Justice.
Okay.
Yep. They receive funds, ironically enough, through the cannabis tax.
At least that's going to something good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say that because I've heard it's supposed to be going to other places, and those places are not getting their funding, like mental health resources and things like that. But it's, at least something good is coming out of that, right? So, interesting. Anything else on that, Chief? You want to talk about? We've exhausted 11 minutes here.
Well, you could talk about it for a few full segments because it's a deep subject.
Yeah.
But
it's funny you say that. Chief Lauer suggested having you and him come in and talk about this sometime. So
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful for the Chief's time yesterday to come over.
Tell me about this roundtable a little bit. Well, I mean, how did that go?
It went well. We had representatives from other law enforcement agencies that are covered by the Bridge program. Again, that's Logan, Mason, and Menard County. And Chief Lowers and I just shared stories with them about successes that we saw, the reasons why it's improving community safety, things like that, just to help maybe get a little bit more support and more participation.
Yeah. Did he tell his story how he knew Tristan? I can't remember Tristan's last name.
Yeah, Tristan McGrew.
McGrew, yeah. Did he tell that story?
Yes, he did.
That's a powerful story, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And it's kind of funny because Tristan and I are also interconnected. The story that Ben tells,
right? Yeah,
the young man who committed suicide. That was actually my niece's father.
Yeah.
So,
we should have you guys in and tell that story sometime. I mean, that could take up a segment on its own,
write a book about
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, man. It's good stuff. That's really neat. What's happening at the ground level with this program, and it's a state thing, but it's also a grassroots thing, right? And that's really.
It's got to take a lot of people that have fire in their belly and
have a heart for
really
it.
Believe in it.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt. Shows the good in people, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Very good. Well, on that note, we'll take a break, Chief. Come back with some more Lincoln Police Chief Joe Meister, my guest in studio today. We'll talk more with him coming up on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
Flash actively engaged. Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn and beans lower. Chicago wheat a bit higher. September corn down 7.507. December corn down 6.5, 530. March corn 543.25 down 7.5. September beans down 7.5, 1246 3/4. November beans down 7.25, 1258 3/4. January beans 1273.5 down 7.25. September Chicago wheat 733.5 up 3. September KC wheat 795.25 up 3.25. Livestock trade, August feeders up 75 cents, 333.50. August live cattle 220 even up $1.52. October lean hogs down 22 cents, 80.67. Energy market, October Brent crude oil up $1.17, 89.01. Checking the markets on this Thursday morning. You're listening to the RFD Radio Network.
If you're a farmer, downtime is not only lost time, but lost productivity and potentially lost profit. That's why when your equipment is down in the field, you need a mobile welding job right now. Call the professionals at AAK Mechanical in Clinton. Call 935-8501, 935-8501, and AAK Mechanical's mobile welding unit will be on their way with their mobile welding truck to fix the problem and get you up and going again. Put this number in your smartphone, 935-8501, for mobile welding service from AAK Mechanical in Clinton.
The Illinois Emergency Management Agency has designated WHOW's many platforms on AM and FM, as well as WEZC 95.9 FM, as standby radio stations for emergency messages to be sent for severe weather, as well as for the Clinton Power Station. We also have a direct link to the National Weather Service for watches or warnings to air immediately when they're issued. Keep yourself and your family safe by tuning into the WHOW platforms on AM, FM, or streamed online, as well as on WEZC 95.9 FM.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio today is Lincoln Police Chief Joe Meister. Chief, the big weekend is here. It's Balloon Fest up in Smoke, and there's a Rail Splitter Festival. Do they still do the art show?
Yep.
Still do the art show. All the things in Lincoln this weekend. What comes to mind when you hear that?
It's going to get busy. There's going to be a lot of people in town.
Yeah.
We're probably going to at least double in population for the weekend, which is great for the community. It's great for the economy. Just really busy. So there's going to be a lot of traffic, some frustration for the local folks getting around. So please be patient. But we'll have the Rail Splitter Festival in the 900 block of 5th Street at the old Postville Courthouse. There'll be a street closure there on Madison, Monroe, and 6th Streets, but 5th Street, the big one that runs through, will remain open. There'll be people walking back and forth from the VFW to the old courthouse. So please take it easy going through there. Of course, downtown we have Up in Smoke, Dock Dogs, and the art festival. The entire downtown area will be a street closure area. So you may have to change your route if you live in that area to avoid the street closures. But there's going to be a ton of stuff to do down there. Obviously, the barbecue festival is insanely popular. And then out at Open Arms campus on Route 10, headed toward Clinton, the old Lincoln Christian University. That'll be the Balloons Over 66 event site. There'll be a couple of glows, I believe, happening on Friday and Saturday nights. Those are also incredibly popular. So we're going to see a ton of traffic out there. We'll have people posted out there for traffic control. We're going to do the same thing we did last year. It's going to be one way into the event on Campus View Drive and one way out on Chapel Drive. So we have some electronic signboards out there directing traffic where to enter. While they're in the Open Arms campus property, that entity will have their own traffic control people to help park and to help people get out. And then exiting will be out Chapel Drive, and you can exit onto Route 10, either east or west, when you're done partaking in the event. So
where can you? So there's not. I mean, there is a lot of space out there. Where do you direct people to park for the glow and all of that stuff?
Once we get them in on Campus View Drive, there's several different parking areas, and again, the Open Arms staff out there will be directing people to a lot, because as they fill up, they'll have to switch, and they'll take care of all that for us. And then once again, the only thing I ask people, we'll have signboards out there. When you're traveling to the event, pay attention to the signs, not Siri. Because Siri is going to tell you to enter on Chapel Road, and you're going to be frustrated when you're told by a police officer to turn around.
You can't do that.
Exit only.
Sure. Can people still pass through that area of the Route 10? You can't.
Yes. Route 10 isn't going to be shut down.
Okay.
So if you want to travel to Clinton, from Lincoln, you'll still be allowed to go through there.
Okay.
It's just that anybody wanting to enter the Open Arms campus is going to have to go through Campus View Drive to get in there.
About what time are those glows at night?
Well, once it gets dark, obviously.
Okay.
It's kind of like fireworks.
Yeah. So maybe 8:30-ish.
8:30, somewhere in there.
Gotcha. Sounds good. All right, Chief. Balloon Fest, Up in Smoke, Dock Dogs Arts Festival, and new this year, adding the Rail Splitter Festival. 30 seconds. Did I miss anything with you want to put out there about that this morning?
No, I hope everybody has a great time. Obviously, Lincoln's going to benefit from all the visitors. Let's just hope that we have good weather and good attitudes for the entire event.
For sure. Very good. Kind of like the holidays. Maybe if you're going to partake in the adult things, to have DDs and, mind your manners type of
With
stuff.
a smile on your face.
There you go. Very good. Chief, always good to see you. Is the police department on Facebook or anything for folks to follow along with?
Yeah, Lincoln, Illinois Police Department. We did put out some press releases and share those about the balloons traffic and things like that.
Sure.
So if you want to look us up, it's Lincoln, Illinois Police Department.
Very good. Always good to see you, Chief. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Lincoln Police Chief Joe Meister, my guest in studio this morning. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Network news comes your way next.
WHOW.